This is how you can vibe code AI agents in 2 minutes. So we're going to be using Voiceflow to vibe code this AI agent. If you didn't know, Voiceflow is a low-code platform that allows us to design conversational agents like chatbots and voice agents without writing any code and just through a drag and drop canvas. And if you want to learn how to implement or learn the skills required to build these agents for your business, you can consider subscribing to my channel, which will cover a lot of different tutorials to building these conversational chat and voice agents. But for now, what you can do is essentially within Voiceflow, there's a new update where, as you can see, it's like what you want to build today. So you can just write a prompt and it will technically generate the workflow, the agent workflow. So you can test out the preliminary agents that Voiceflow automatically produce it for you. As an example, let's keep it simple, and I'm just going to say, let's say customer support. So I want to build a customer support chatbot for my business, right? So I will just click on customer support, and this is the default template, default prompt that Voiceflow has already provided us. So it's going to say, this AI agent provides customer support for TrackFlow, a B2B project management SaaS. The goal is to resolve account-related issues, so customer support like agent, right? So pretty standard, and just click and go. And it's going to take a little bit before it actually outputs the agent flow. Now, as you can see, it has finished building it. So now you can see, like, if I just go in here, you'll say, hello, welcome to TrackFlow support. I'm here to help you resolve any account-related problems, usage questions, technical issues you may be experiencing with TrackFlow, right? So it's basically a pretty much standard customer support chatbot. And as you can see, it has actually gone ahead and created the entire workflow for us. So it basically contains different nodes. You can see like the first node, which is the agent step. So remember though, right now, Voiceflow's prompt really only produce this agent node. So the agent node, if you didn't know, is if you can drag it here and you can select the agent and you can just create a new agent and you can just write your prompt and instructions here, right? So at the moment, this feature in Voiceflow creates a bunch of these different agent nodes and connect them all together into one workflow. So you can say, as you can see, for example, the first node is created and will be identified the user support issue. So it's almost like an intent classification. So saying, what problem is that? Is it because of the login issue? Is it because of the building confusion, right? Feature issues and other issues. And then based on different use cases, it's going to route to different agents. It's trying to solve the issues, trying to collect feature issues, collect billing issues, collect login issues, and it's going to resolve the issues, right? So let's actually just play with it just to see what happens. So it's going to have the greeting and it's trying to identify what my use case is, right? So I'm just going to say, hey, I have a billing problem. My payment just won't go through, right? Understand you're having a problem. Like now it knows, you can see from the canvas, it's actually going towards to collect billing issues because I said it's a billing issues. So it said, do you have an account? Okay, your account, investigate the payment issue. Can you please provide the account identification, payment details, and any relevant information, right? So I can just be like, sure. My email is 123@gmail.com. Workspace name is for demo. I tried to use my debit card. It's a Visa. It just keeps saying payment failed. I'm paying for the monthly subscription and it cost me $50. Right, in details, so it's trying to summarize the details, like $50, etc. So it's trying to collect, as you can see, it's trying to collect more information, right? It's basically saying whether the issue started, verify your bank, card details, error specifics, yes, I'm verified with the bank. Cards are awkward. It's on your end, right? Or something like that. Now, once you have all the information, it's going to go ahead and resolve building confusion. Let me search for knowledge base for solution. But I cannot find exactly. It's going to escalate to human support. Now. The reason why that it says it doesn't have knowledge base, which I will explain to you. As you can see, it basically say, okay, it's doing really well in the lead capture, right? It's doing really well. It's collecting all the information. It's asking all the qualifying questions, but it just can't resolve the issues, right? It said it's going to search the knowledge base, right? You can see the prompt, search the knowledge base for clear answers, but because there is no knowledge base, right? Like it's the knowledge base is turned on, but there's no knowledge base. We need to provide the knowledge base manually from our end. So what we've learned is that at least from the basic template that Voiceflow provided us, this literally just create the prompt and the condition, the logic conditions at least. So it gives us a very simple prompt. It also gives us different exit conditions. It basically allows us to build like the orchestration, the logic of the chatbot, but it doesn't actually build the functions required for the chatbot to be functional, if that makes sense. At least for the base template. So let me actually go ahead and I've actually copied it in a much more comprehensive prompt and see where this can take us. So I'm just going to go back to the main menu. And I'm going to go and paste in this prompt. So in this here, I'm writing a prompt for a much more detailed prompt for an AI onboarding agent. So imagine that you're a software company and you have a bookkeeping software for small business owners and freelancers. But imagine like your target audience, they're all not very tech savvy. They're kind of in the older generations and they often need help using this software for bookkeeping. So the company have decided to create an onboarding agent to basically help these customers to have a smooth customer experience, to make sure they understand how to use the software. So you decided to build a chat agent, a chat assistant to help those customers to use the software, essentially. Now, before I continue to do this, if you don't want to follow along the tutorial or if you actually need help implementing much more detailed and advanced AI agents, please feel free to book an AI strategy discovery call, both in the link in the description and the one in the top comment. We've been helping 10 plus different B2C companies implement different chatbots, voice agents across basically multiple industries, from concierge, restaurants, back rooming, etc. So we're more than happy to help to build these agents. But for now, let's actually go ahead and actually give the prompt a try. Now, it's going to head and actually finish building this agent flow. Now, as you can see, it's basically saying that it's introducing yourself as Leisurelit, which is the software. It's trying to introduce yourself and try to be an onboarding agent. Let's actually test it out before I go any further. Hello there, welcome to Leisurelit. I'm Penny, your friendly assistant. I'm here to help manage your finance, etc. What would you like to do today? Create invoice, track it down. I would like to create an invoice, right? Let's say. Help you to understand. So it's trying to help me. Who are you sending this invoice to? What do you do for them? And how much do they pay you? I'm creating this for another company called ABC. They do consulting. They're paying me $3,000, let's say. So it's trying to collect all the information, right? It's going to say, my name is Tom Smith, ABC Limited, his full name. Now it's going to do the step-by-step company setup, right? Because it's all the information to get started. I'm creating an invoice now for Tom Smith. Is there anything you'd like to add? No. The invoice is all set. The system has created it. Now, obviously, this is hallucinating, right? This is not true because the system hasn't created any invoice, right? So even if I try to prompt it to create actions or, have access to knowledge base or create external actions, even if I prompt it accordingly, it's not going to go ahead and create any tools, because what's actually happening beneath the tool is if I actually go and see the step-by-step company, all it does is, again, have the instructions and the exit conditions, which allows us to route it to different, based on different business use case, it's going to route it to different agent nodes. Now, there are multiple, I'm not going to lie, this is really confusing. This is a huge step, towards, able to vibe code these AI agents, and really, huge kudos to the Voiceflow team. But in my opinion, I just don't think this is, obviously this is not production ready. Because first reason is the prompt, as you can see, it's really simple, but a lot of the times, a lot of these production ready solutions actually have much more detailed prompts, because remember, this is within an agent step. But the way the system is treating is like a standard LLM step. The difference is between the agent step, which what you're seeing here, and a normal large language model step, which you can do with the prompt step, is the prompt step will only generate a text response, right? So if I just say, tell me a joke, right? It's going to go ahead, click run, and the output of this step is going to output just the text response, right? And therefore, if for simple use cases, sure, you can just write a very simple prompt. But unfortunately, if you're using the agent step, it's actually an agentic frameworks that allows you to create almost like an agent by itself within this node. So a lot of the times, you actually want to be much more detailed with the prompt itself. And an example of that, if I can show you, is one of the projects that we. And for example, as you can see, this is an example prompt for an HVAC company for a voice caller. It has much more structure to how you write the prompts. And for this kind of prompt vibe coding agent, it's just simply not detailed enough for the prompt to actually be useful in the most business use cases. Another thing is that it doesn't actually generate any buttons, cards, or carousels, nor does it have any ability to actually call any tools. What it means is that you will have to manually actually connect to, for example, if you want to save the information to your Google Sheets, you will need to connect and actually do the configuration by yourself by using the appropriate tools. Or if you want to, let's say, connect it to a CRM to save your customers' information, you will need to do it manually with Salesforce, other CRM, etc. Right? You need to write your own function. So and also you need to choose your own model or your own large language models, etc. So what this is used for is that it's useful for demo. It's useful for building very, very simple MVPs just for, your stakeholders to see what the chatbot would look like for your business use case. But this doesn't actually take any actions. It doesn't actually connect to your backend or your CRM, and does any sort of process automation, doesn't do any sort of actions. For example, it doesn't actually change any real world events. All it does is generate text and almost like a chatbot interface. And it's using the agent step, and it's only going to output the agent step as the node, where in a lot of the cases where you just want to use a very simple message step or very simple prompt step, etc. Right? There's so many different blocks within Voiceflow that depends on the use cases. You should have the flexibility to change different blocks. But if you're using the vibe coding mode in Voiceflow, you can only generate agent nodes, which is not the most efficient way to building this kind of agent system. But nonetheless, I think this is a good step. This is a good first step to vibe coding of AI agents. I'm really curious to see what it's going to look like in the next 2 years. Honestly, it's going to be insane. Again, if you enjoy this kind of video, or if you enjoy this kind of YouTube videos going through how to build AI agents for your businesses, or if you have heard about AI but not sure how your business can take advantage of AI adoptions, or you want to help in identifying potential gaps in implementing AI, feel free to book a discovery course sessions with me and my team, where we can have a completely free discovery sessions to analyze your business situation. But yeah, that's all. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.